Hello, everyone. Let's start on part 4 um, for our complementary scheme. So let me do a little review before we continue. So at this point, you should have a small circle divided by 12 sections. Two triangles are colored. The top one is yellow because that's how the color will works generally, and the below it across from the center point is violet. So some of you might not have this size. Some of you might have 4x4. So if I go to selection tool, key V, if I select it, and then you go to your property panel, right? If you don't see your property panel, you will go to window and you will turn on property. If you don't have control turn on while you are under window, make sure you turn it on and make sure to check if your toolbar is advanced. So that's three things: control, advanced toolbar, and property. Now you would look at this transform window right here. The first thing you want to make sure that the reference point at the center. Okay, so click at the center square of this nice square and make sure it's white. Second, width and height. Before you do anything, make sure this is locked. Make sure this thing is locked, the link is locked. And after it's locked, you want to make sure width is 2 and height is 2. Now, if the width and height has two different number, you can unlock this. Say if I have width is 2 and height is 2.5 by accident, see that? Distorted, right? You want to unlock this, make it 2, hit enter, so become a circle, and then lock it again. That's how you fix it. Second, you want it to put it so relatively in the center. So speaking center of your canvas, this is your canvas. You should have 11 for the width and 8.5 for the height. So the center of that is 5.5 inches, right? 5.5 inches and 4.25 inches. Now, what if you don't have inches? Super simple. You can go to document setup and switch it to inches. So you go to file and you go to document setup, and in here you can turn the unit to inches. If you have the unit at points, it will look completely different. So you want to make sure that under document setup, turn it to inches. So how to get here? Document setup, go to file, document setup, and make sure this is inches. So under document setup, you will know right away if you do something wrong, right? So the lock is on, 0.125, okay? And make sure it looks like this and click OK. Now, make sure you have everything selected. Now, if you want to do a sure way to make sure everything's selected, you can go to select all on active artboard. Select all on active artboard. So the second option under select, you click on that, everything's selected. I want you, after you have this 2.2 locked in, I want you to group everything together. So how you do that? Go to object, group. After you grouped, you can deselect. How do you know you group it? Easy. You click on it, the whole thing will be selected. And when you move, the whole thing move. Okay? So what I want you to do is to put it right here. Approximately, if you have a bounding box, make sure the bounding box is on. If it's not, go to view and make sure the bounding box is on. You see, I have the bounding box on, so my option will only be hide, right? If I don't have the bounding box on, look like this, then go to view and show bounding box. Why? You want the upper left corner of your bounding box go straight to this corner right here at 1 and 1. And then to make copy, there are a couple ways you can do it. One is shortcut. If you're not comfortable with shortcut, you can go to, after select this, you go to Object, Transform, Move, right? You can move. Now, how much do you move? Let's cancel. Object, Transform, Move. How much do you move? So you can move to the right horizontally. So this point here, so this the center, right? So you want the center, say you want to move to, so from here is 2. If you want to move to 5, that would be 3 inches. Let's try it. So just move the distance by 3 inches, 3 in, and click copy. See what it does. See, that's wrong. So Command Z, undo it. So you want to Object, Transform, Move. Let's try that. And you want to move horizontally. So right now it's a position. Let's make position correct before we move. So we want to move at the position, let's say only the vertical position. So right now is at vertical right here at 2. And if you make a copy, let's see what happens. If you make a copy, okay, you have 2 copy, correct? You can move that copy over here. So you have 2 copy, one on top of each other. You can also do it again. This time, let's try a different way. Move. Okay. You see how it jumped? See that? Which means is remember what you did in the past and is do it for you. So just make a copy. So you have 3 copy, right? Now you want to align this 3 copy. You see how I align it? You see the purple line there, which means I aligned the 3 copy exactly the same spot. Okay, I want to introduce one more tool. It's called Align tool. Now, if you haven't have the Align tool, you go to Window and you click on Align, and it have Align tool. You can put it, if you slide it here, it will join with under Property, or you can drag it out to have it separate. So you're going to use Align tool, and it's under Window, Align, right? Now, the couple option, but first I want to go to Select All on Active Artboard. So when you do that, it will select everything, right? If say, let's deselect, I'm gonna move this last one out here a little bit. See that? Just out here. And then I go select all on active artboard. Now watch this. I want to distribute my object horizontally. Okay, so there are a couple options under distribution. First, I want to align my object horizontally, align center. Let's try that. Horizontally align center, right there. Just click on that. Okay, so it doesn't work. Because Control Z, undo it, because you want to align to the artboard. Okay, let's try align to the artboard. Let's just do it again. Okay, so that doesn't work. Sorry. Um, actually, what I meant is align to the top, align vertical top, and we want to align to selection. Align to selection, vertical top. See, it's everything aligned to the top. Now we want the equal spacing between three objects. So you're gonna do horizontal distribute center. Horizontal distribute center. Perfect. See that? Now they perfectly align, and you can actually move them a little bit toward the right. So it looks like that. See that? When you have that, don't deselect because we're gonna do another cool thing. We want to click, we want to make a copy of this three, make a copy of this three. So you can either hold down your Alt key again, let's do shortcut. So the Alt key is right next to your space bar. There's either Option or Alt, ALT. You hold down that key and then you drag to make another copy. When you hold down the key, you drag the selected object, you make another copy. And then if you want it to align, you hold down Shift key so they don't go anywhere. They just go vertically. So that's one. See that? About here. Now, I'm gonna select these three. So when I select the three, I use selection tool. I click on selection tool and just draw a little rectangle over it. And I can hold down my shift key when I drag. So I will move it as one unit. If I hold down my, I have move and then hold down my shift key, move them and hold down my shift key, you see? And then it's in the right position. And that is part 4. Now, I'm gonna take a screenshot of this. When you're done, I'll take a screenshot again. That's to show you how things done after part 4, okay? So this is a screenshot. I'm gonna say done. And what I will upload the screenshot for part 4. Thank you.